to surpass others, to achieve distinction, to lead the parade. Now, the presence of the drum major instinct is why so many people are joiners. You know, there are some people who just join everything. And it's really a quest for attention and recognition and importance. It is the drum major impulse and longing that runs the gamut of human life. And so we see it everywhere, this quest for recognition. We join things, overjoin really, that we think that we will find that recognition in. Now the other problem is, when you don't honor the drum major instinct, this uncontrolled aspect of it is that it leads to snobbish exclusivism. Drum major instinct can lead to exclusivism in one's thinking. Can lead one to feel that because he has some training, he's a little better than that person who doesn't have. Or because he has some economic security, that he's a little better than that person who doesn't have. That's the uncontrolled proclivity of the drum major instinct. You ought to be marching with us. You just as poor as Negro. And I said, you are put in the position of supporting your oppressor. Because through prejudice and blindness, you fail to see that the same forces that oppress Negroes in American society oppress poor white people. And all you are living on is the satisfaction of your skin being white and the drum major instinct of thinking that you are somebody big because you're white and you're so poor you can't send your children to school. You ought to be out here marching with every one of us every time we have a march. And that's a fact. Poor white has been put into this position where blindness is touching. He is forced to support his oppressor. And all the things he has going for him is the false feeling that he's superior because the scale is what? He can hardly eat and make his ends meet week in and week out. And not only does it stop, and not only does this thing go into the racial struggle, it goes into the struggle between nations. I would submit to you this morning that what is wrong in the world today is that the nations of the world are engaged in a bitter, colossal contest for supremacy. And this is why we are drifting, and we are drifting back. Because nations are caught up with the drum major instinct. I must be what you ought to be. If you're going to be my disciple, you must be. He reordered priorities. And he said, yes, don't give up this instinct. It's a good instinct if you use it right. It's a good instinct if you don't distort it and pervert it. Don't give it up. Keep feeling the need for being important. Keep feeling the need for being first. But I want you to be first and love. Such things in God. You must earn it. True greatness comes not by favoritism, but by fitness. The right hand and the left are not mine to give. They belong to those who are prepared. This morning, the thing that I like about it, by giving that definition of greatness, it means that everybody can be great. Because everybody can serve. You don't have to have a college degree to serve. You don't have to make your subject and your verb agree to serve. You don't have to know about Plato and Aristotle to serve. You don't have to know Einstein's theory of relativity to serve. You only need a heart full of grace. so generated by love. And you can be that servant. If any of you are around when I have to meet my day, I don't want a long funeral. And if you get somebody to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too much. Every now and then I wonder what I want to say. Tell them not to mention that I have a Nobel Peace Prize. That is important. Tell them not to mention that I have 300 or 400 other awards. That's not important. Tell them not to mention where I went to school. I'd like somebody to mention that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to give his life serving others. I'd like for somebody to say that day that Martin Luther King Jr. tried to love somebody. I want you to be able to say that day that I did try to feed the hungry. I want you to be able to say that day that I did try in my life to call those who were naked. I want you to say on that day that I did try in my life to visit